Hi everyone, I am doing a check-in with you to see how independent daily reading is going. Hopefully it's going awesome. I just wanted to go over a few of the aspects. Now remember, you should be in a quiet spot where no one can bother you, and you should be reading for at least 5 minutes, and we should be working on building our stamina up to 15 minutes. So you can add a minute each week, or if you feel like you can add a couple minutes. We don't want to do it for more than 15 minutes necessarily because we have a lot of other things that we need to be working on through the day, but 5 minutes is our bare minimum, okay? So I wanted to show you a little bit what it looks like to have a book box here at school. At home, you can try to simulate it to be similar. You can use a little box like I'm using or a bag, but you want to keep the same books for about a week and switch them out weekly. But let me show you what friends who are in the classroom would be shopping for. So this is a book box for my room. Inside it, we have our guided reading books. So we want to keep reading those over and over. That helps with our fluency practice, being able to read like we talk. My students shop for leveled books, so the books that are at their just right level. At home, if you don't have leveled books, remember you can go on Epic Books and you can search for your level for books to read. So some of your books could be in your book box, but maybe you're also reading on a phone or a tablet or the computer. All right, another thing that I like to have are nonfiction books, and you can find these on Epic too. So nonfiction books, we learn a lot of stuff from the pictures too. These tend to have a lot of words in them and they're harder to read, but you can learn so many things from the picture, and it's important to have a variety of fiction and nonfiction books. You can also have familiar books. Like this is the Itsy Bitsy Spider, and this is a book about the movie Aladdin. So you've read them many times before, you know how they go, or you can kind of retell the movie in your own words by looking at the pictures for support. I call choice books in my room. And then maybe you just have some favorite books like Elephant and Piggy, or this is from the If You Give a Mouse a Cookie series. So books you might not be able to read, but again, you can use the strategies we learned last week, like reading the pictures. Or maybe if a grown-up has read it to you before, you can kind of retell it in your own words. Or maybe you're ready to try to tackle those words on the page and you're looking at the pictures for support. All right. So when you're at your IDR spot, it's nice and quiet and no one's bothering you, and you're going to be reading straight for 5 minutes, the books that you keep either in your book box or your book bag or however you want to store them. It's private time just for you to practice your reading. Let's see. And remember, we are going to always have a little task to be working on. For this unit, we're working on our favorite part. So I'm going to model that again, your favorite part. I looked over this book, If You Give a Dog a Donut, and I like to use a Post-it note to help me remember where my spot is to share. If you have Post-it notes at home, or you could just use a piece of paper or a bookmark, but you will be sharing on Friday one of your favorite parts from one of the books you read this week. And remember, we should be kind of reading the same books all week long to help us get better at them, and then we can switch them out for the next week. All right, so I want to model for you how you share, because when you do your share, you're going to be making a video, okay? So what you do is you read the title of your book, or, so this one is If You Give a Dog a Donut. Or you could say, this is a book where the boy gives the dog a donut. You can kind of explain what it is. And then you go right to the part and you explain it. In this part of the story, the dog is excited, so he's doing like a happy dance. And this is my favorite part because I think it's really silly, and I can kind of imagine the dog moving around and dancing the way the illustrator made the pictures. So like a dog dancing, like this reminds me of like break dancing. That's really silly to me, and it makes me want to giggle, and I like when things are funny. So that's my favorite part. And why? So title, here's my favorite part, and here's why it's my favorite part, okay? And I think that may be all that I wanted to go over with you today about IDR. So independent daily reading means you're doing it every day, at least 5 minutes, the same books all week long, a variety of books, and also on Epic if you need to, and your guided reading books. And then each day you're going to be reflecting on your favorite part, and then on Friday you're going to make us a video about your favorite part in a book that you've been reading this week. Remember to also reply to somebody else's video. All right, can't wait to see how you do. Enjoy your independent daily reading.